I'll be friendly with you. Do you want to be friendly with me?
What's your name?
Well, you give me your name and badge number.
See, here we go again. So,
or even better yet, I'm sure you're a sergeant. I'm sure you have a card.
Social contact. You came up to me. I did not come up to you.
Because you got to give before you receive.
There's no stop that's occurring here. So you're free to go at any time
you'd
like.
And you know what? It's better to give than receive. So if you give me your card, then you might get something back.
Okay.
It must be hard at Christmas time with you. Like if you're not giving anything out, probably people forget you, and it's kind of sad. I mean, I don't know if you even believe in Christmas.
What's going on, man?
Not too much. How you doing, sir?
How you doing, brother?
All right.
I'm Officer Jackson with the Little Rock Police Department.
Yes, sir. I'm Jeff.
Advise that security has asked you to leave and you won't. What's the deal here?
They haven't asked me to leave. They just said they're not sure if I could do this or not.
Okay. Y'all want them off the property? So they do want you off the property.
Okay. Well,
I apologize that they haven't let you know that. So.
Okay. Well, let me explain something to you first. What I'm doing is I'm engaged in freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and freedom of assembly at the steps of City Hall, which is a traditional public forum. And if they trespass me off of this property for engaging in my civil rights, you're going to be held liable, and they're going to be held liable, and the city's going to be held liable.
I got you.
So I encourage you, and I'm being polite and everything.
Yeah, no, man.
What happens when a sergeant forgets he's a public servant and lets his ego take control? This First Amendment auditor calmly tries to de-escalate, but the officer doubles down, refusing to identify himself and becoming increasingly hostile. This is what unchecked authority looks like. Watch how quickly professionalism turns to tyranny.
So she's the one that wanted the police to come. You got your BWC on?
Yep, I'm audio and video recording.
Awesome. That's what I love about this. What's that?
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing fine.
Awesome.
Can I help you or?
No, I'm good. She asked me the same question. She wanted to, everybody wants to help me today.
No, because you're acting a little weird wearing a mask and going around filming people, that's why.
Well, you mean you're filming, right?
Yeah, I'm part of a governmental duty where I'm here in a uniform in official capacity. You're wearing
So you
a
have
mask
special
walking around
privileges
on
because
federal
you're...
property doing this, so that's weird. You can say whatever you want, it's weird.
Okay, well, that's your opinion. That's called the First Amendment, too.
That's not my opinion, it's most everyone's opinion.
Well, but it's not everybody's opinion, right?
Yeah, correct, but it's most everyone's
So,
opinion.
did you take a poll? Did you go through the parking lot and ask everyone?
I don't need to take a poll,
You got her opinion, right?
I don't need
We
to
got a
take a
couple
poll.
people's opinions.
Okay, well, you know what? Thank goodness being weird is not a crime.
You have
That's
multiple.
correct.
I mean, I think those glasses are weird. I think that haircut's weird. But you know what? I'm not going to be critical on you. You're doing your job.
We just have to address it because we had multiple people calling the police
Okay.
of the customers. So
That's the
it
problem in
has to be
society.
addressed.
We have this beautiful thing called the Bill of Rights and the Constitution. If you go to other countries, they would arrest me for this.
It is what it is, but like I said,
Yeah.
if he ends up
I'm going to get that body cam, by the way.
he violates someone, don't come too close to me.
I'm as close as she is.
I know, but she's not offering a threat to me because
How am
she's
I
not
being
the one.
threatening?
I'm telling you right now,
How am I being
keep
threatening?
your distance from me.
How am I
Are we
being
clear on that?
How am I
Are
being
we clear?
How am I being threatening?
Are we clear?
I need to know. Because I have a mask
Okay.
and a camera.
Yeah, keep your distance. If he does anything where someone comes in, if someone wants to be a victim, say he starts heckling people, they feel uncomfortable and they're like, hey, he makes me feel uncomfortable. So, for instance, they feel like there's something that he might be aggressive toward them, you know, kind of like what he's starting to do here.
Being uncomfortable is not a crime,
And
sir.
Where he does something like, if you guys have a posted rule in here, and he's violating a posted rule, and then you advise him of it, then let us know and we'll come and trespass.
Yeah,
I
in
know
poster
there was-
7, you'll see public photography for an independent journalist is perfectly
there was
legal.
customers that called in.
Yeah.
Yeah, the problem is they either got to be a victim,
Yeah.
right, of something that has to be legitimate,
Sure.
right? You can't just be
Yeah.
because
Not legitimate, it has to be a
wearing
crime.
mask and stuff like that. So it has to be something that's legitimate.
Yeah. Because he's a law
Give it a call.
officer.
Okay.
He gets paid for upholding the law, not the feelings. See? See how that works?
Code 4.
So if somebody's weird, you can't just arrest them for that, right? Because there's a lot of weird people in Bellingham.
Correct.
Yeah, so if you arrested every weird person around, if that's your opinion, could you imagine if your opinion was law and order? Do you imagine what the world would be like?
Yep.
Nobody would be able, there would be no lawyers because they couldn't read your mind. They go to law school to study law for like 7 years because they study what's legal and what's not. And if you really want to look at the did you look at the poster about independent journalist?
Don't.
I'm going to film you.
You can film me.
Okay.
But if you start getting a point where you start getting into my space where I feel you might be a threat to me,
and then what happens?
That's going to be a different action.
That's a feeling.
Safety,
I'm not trying to
my safety will circumvent.
I'm not trying to just jeopardize your safety. Okay. I'm not armed. I'm on a federal property. Hey, one other thing. Did Bellingham sign a contract with federally with the post office here? Yeah, you do. Read poster 7, the very bottom of it. Yes, you do.
Nope.
You actually have to be under contract with the federal government in the post office. Post office poster 7 specifically says postal police.
You are wrong.
They actually have postal police. Did you know that? By saying you're wrong is not an argument. This sergeant guy, what's your name and badge number, sir? You made contact with me, I need to know your name and badge number. Can I have your card, please, sir?
Back up.
I need your card.
No.
If you're going to arrest me for asking for your card, that's your company. That's the Bellingham Police Department's
no, it is not.
Policy.
You're wrong.
Lewinkish, your name and badge number.
Wrong.
What's your badge number? It's all right on your website, sir. You're a sergeant?
You are wrong. I am a sergeant.
Well, you need to be demoted. It's right on your website, dude.
You are wrong.
Yes, I'm right.
No.
And you're a stubborn man. So I hope one day you will learn.
I hope you learn.
Just give your name and badge number. What's the problem? You're a public servant.
Are you done?
I walked back a foot or two. Do you feel comfortable now? Can you give me your name and badge number now? Or are you still?
Said no.
Are you still got your head up your ass?
You're free to leave at any time.
I'm free to stay. So goodbye.
You're free to leave at any time. You want.
The time I leave, I'll leave when you're gone.
I'm not going to.
Well, I can. Okay, there's a really good payment of taxpayer money to stand here and have an argument and try to pose an argument with somebody.
You're free to leave at any time.
I want your name and badge number.
You're free to leave at any time.
You're unprofessional. I can't see your badge because you got your microphone covering it.
You're free to leave anytime you want.
And I'm free to stay too.
Yeah, you can.
So,
until a vehicle comes, and then if you block
well, you better move your vehicle because they got to be on the right-hand side when they come out.
No.
Don't you know that? Are you do you know not traffic rules either?
This is a parking
Why do I have to school you on everything?
Yeah, apparently you do know everything.
I'm not going to get into this. You're trying to pose an argument. I'm going to send this
Please do.
To your who's your supervisor?
My supervisor?
Yeah.
Is Chief Mertzig.
Okay, I'll send it to her.
Good.
I know her sister actually. She goes up to the dog park at Ferndale all the time.
Good.
So it won't be that hard to get a hold of her.
It's pretty easy to get a hold of everyone.
Yeah. Except for your name and badge number for some reason. Because you want to be stubborn and try to put your ego out there.
Free to leave anytime.
Why don't you close your computer? You're supposed
You're
to
free to leave anytime.
And I'm free to stay.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be bullied by you. Understand this.
You're the one that's trying to bully people.
I'm not trying to bully anyone.
You're the one that followed me over here.
Because I want your name and badge number. I have a purpose why I came out here. The only reason why, if you give me my name and badge,
comes over here in a mask.
if you give, I can have a mask, just like you can wear glasses.
Okay. So don't say anything about bullying. You're the one.
You're the bully. We'll see what my viewers think.
Yeah.
We'll take a poll.
Coming over here doing this.
All I came over here, if you give me your name and badge number, I can leave.
You're the bully on this.
Because I asked for your name and badge number? Or a card? For you to be professional, that makes me a bully?
You're free to leave at any time you like.
You can keep saying that.
This vehicle's coming through.
What do you got? Oh, thank you so much. I'll go over here. So, you know what? I think you just got your ego in a knot. Because I stood up to you a little bit.
No.
Yeah, I do.
Nothing to do with that.
This is a crosswalk anyhow. Why are you blocking it? You know, there's people that got to cross here. Like me right now. Can you move so I can cross?
You absolutely. You've already done so several times.
Yeah, but do you know this is a crosswalk? It hasn't been maintained properly, but you can clearly see that there's a line there.
Not a hindrance to you, as you've already demonstrated several times.
Okay, I'm going to call you Officer Ego.
Call me whatever you'd like.
Or Tyrant, because you're just trying to win a battle with somebody.
You're free to leave at any time you want.
Are you like one of those dolls where you pull the string and you say the same thing over and over again?
You You are free to leave.
Like, it doesn't mean any different when you keep saying it.
What's your name?
None of your business.
None of your business?
No, because you won't give me your badge number, and you want something from me. It goes around, comes around.
Okay.
That's the way the world works.
Why are you here filming people today?
Because it's my First Amendment.
Oh, I
And it's on, yes. And you know what?
As I've said to you already several times.
How's it
I
what?
agree with that.
I can't see now. I come close to hear you because I don't have good ears, and now you're gonna have
Being covered up by the mask and
you,
everything else.
well, you're gonna. I can hear from my sides. You probably can't hear me as well because of the mask. But you know what? I'll come forward to you, and you'll have another hissy fit. It's ridiculous.
Well, it's everyone's perspective, like you said before. That's your.
I had some great conversations. People approach me. I don't approach them, and I had some great conversations. One lady was just happy to see me. They loved what I was doing. Another person didn't really understand too much, but when I explained it to them, I've got it on here. Maybe one day I hope you see the video. And he was just, oh, that's good. Like, sometimes people don't see eye to eye in this world, and they don't really think what you're doing is correct. But it doesn't mean you have to like run them over, like with your attitude. You can just be polite and say, yeah, I get it, you know. And that would be good training for you. Is just like, let it roll off your shoulder. We need people that'll let things roll down a little bit instead of always escalating things upwards. You know, just like the politics and the election coming up. Everybody's so uptight in this country. We live in a beautiful country. We have so many rights and so many great things here.
Well, you talk about de-escalation, but then you walk around here following me in an attempt to try to bully me.
It wasn't to bully you. I just wanted to get your. I wanted you to get your card.
You're in a parking lot. You're actually in the lane. You need to move again. You got another vehicle that's coming.
Well, I wanted to go that way, but it's not going to happen. So we'll let them go.
You've already demonstrated you can.
You already demonstrated what?
You've already demonstrated that you can easily walk around my vehicle.
I know, but for a sense of courtesy would be just like, oh, no problem, I'll just move up, and then I would be like, oh, that's pretty cool, and then I'd probably give you my name, and then you'd give me your name, and we'd smile, maybe even do a fist bump at the end, and things would be. You want to start over? No. I'll start over. I'll be friendly with you. Do you want to be friendly with me?
What's your name?
Well, you give me your name and badge number.
See, here we go again. So,
or even better yet, I'm sure you're a sergeant. I'm sure you have a card.
Social contact. You came up to me. I did not come up to you.
Because you got to give before you receive.
There's no stop that's occurring here. So you're free to go at any time
Yeah.
you'd like.
And you know what? It's better to give than receive. So if you give me your card, then you might get something back.
Okay.
It must be hard at Christmas time with you. Like, if you're not giving anything out, probably people forget you, and it's kind of sad. I mean, I don't know if you even believe in Christmas. A lot of people don't these days, but you know.
Hey, life, what's up? I got my body camera.
This one guy wants to go through. You're in the way. He's trying to go to the right. Or she. But I'm going to go back in. You have fun with your phone call. Enjoy yourself. I'm sitting. Joseph, look at it for the next half an hour.
Refusing to identify yourself as a public servant isn't just rude, it's unconstitutional. Transparency builds trust, and ego destroys it. We must hold these officers accountable and remind them the badge is a responsibility, not a weapon. Always record, always stand firm. What happens when a peaceful man stands on the steps of City Hall with a simple message of hope, only to be swarmed by officers more focused on ego than the law? In this explosive First Amendment audit from Little Rock, Arkansas, watch how free speech, public assembly, and government power collide. Spoiler, this isn't about law enforcement. It's about ego enforcement.
Yes, sir.
You got to take it across the street.
No, sir. I'm gonna go ahead and stay right here for about 40.
You can do that right here.
Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and do it right here till I'm done, and I'll be on my way.
You can't do it right here.
I disagree with you. Why can't I do it? Can you tell me why I can't do it right here? Why would you call the police on somebody saying God bless our homeless veterans? Sir. Sir. Why would you do that? Can't you just leave me alone? Why are you guys calling the cops on a man standing on the steps of City Hall saying God bless all his veterans? Why is that? Why would you do something like that? Why can't you just leave me alone? I can stand over there, but I can't stand at the steps of City Hall and do this? I mean, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Either I can do it or I can't.
What's going on, man?
Not too much. How you doing, sir?
How you doing, brother?
All right.
I'm Officer Jackson with the Rock Police Department.
Yes, sir. I'm Jeff.
Advise that security has asked you to leave and you won't. What's the deal here?
They haven't asked me to leave. They just said they're not sure if I could do this or not.
Okay. Y'all want them off the property? So they do want you off the property.
Okay, well,
I apologize that they haven't let you know that. So.
Okay. Well, let me explain something to you first.
Yeah, bro.
What I'm doing is I'm engaged in freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and freedom of assembly at the steps of City Hall, which is a traditional public forum. And if they trespass me off of this property for engaging in my civil rights, you're going to be held liable, and they're going to be held liable, and the city's going to be held liable.
I got you.
So I encourage you, and I'm being polite and everything.
Yeah, no, man, but we're on good terms, bro.
Okay. I encourage you to contact the city attorney, contact the mayor, contact the DA, contact your supervisor, and let them know before you trespass me off the property.
Okay.
All right.
Well, listen to me. Let's step over here. That way,
All right.
if somebody comes,
I'd rather stand right here. Okay.
Well, listen to me.
Yes.
I get you got God bless on there. You're a veteran. Is that right? Okay. But are you homeless?
I don't answer questions like that.
Okay. Well,
Regardless of whether I'm homeless, I still have the right to
no.
free speech.
I got you. I'm not saying that's the. Without you answering that, due to the sign that I'm looking at, it's homeless. Okay. So at that point, I get you're utilizing your amendments. Okay?
Yes, I'm using
We'll
my
just keep it that simple.
free speech.
With that being said, what you're doing though also at the same time is loitering. Okay, it's not the principle that they are being biased against you, being religious.
I'm hard of hearing.
You're good. It's not the fact that you're a veteran or that you're pushing your religion. It's the fact that you're loitering right on the front steps of City Hall. So you can simply just step on the public sidewalk and it'd be that simple.
Yeah, the steps of City Hall is a traditional public forum.
Okay. Well, what's your name?
I'd rather not give my name or anything like that.
Well,
I told you it was Jeff.
Jeff?
Yeah, Jeff.
I get that. What's your last name?
I'd rather not give my last name.
All right, well, listen. You're wanting me to contact all these people and all that stuff, so I am conducting an investigation. So therefore, I don't want you to catch a petty charge for obstruction.
Yeah, I don't want to either because I'm engaged in free speech and that would be.
But now I'm here though.
Yeah, I'm not giving my ID.
And well, then you're about to be put in handcuffs for obstruction until I further figure this out, man.
So
it's not that serious, all right?
It's not. I'm engaged in free speech.
I got you, and I'm doing my job.
Before you put me in post, like I said, contact the city attorney or somebody like that because I put you on notice that I'm engaged in constitutionally protected activity.
Are you going to give me your last name and date of birth or not?
What would happen if I don't?
Obstruction.
What does that mean?
It's you're either impairing or hindering or prolonging my investigation. You want me to contact city attorney and all this? I need to know who I'm speaking to. I'm not just going to call all these people and be like, "Hey, Jeff is wanting this and this to happen," when I've already given you a rundown of what needs to happen.
I'll give my ID under threat of arrest, but otherwise I'm not giving my ID.
What's your last name?
I'd rather not give my last name.
Okay.
If you're going to put me in custody and arrest me, I'll give you my ID.
I got you. Why are you making this so complicated, man?
I'm not making it complicated.
No, you are.
You guys in the security's making it complicated. You guys have the option of just leaving me alone and allowing me to exercise my free speech rights.
I understand that. But at the same time, my hands are tied as an establishment. Yes, it's the city hall, but you are loitering on their property. Are you?
I am not loitering. I am peacefully assembling on the property.
Okay. Well,
that's constitution protected activity.
I don't think you're going to go anywhere. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Hey, good morning, y'all. God bless homeless veterans.
So has the other officer made contact with you yet? Or
He's inside. Yes, he's inside talking.
Okay. Has he talked to you yet?
He has. He said he's going to go in there and discuss with them about what
I'm going to tell you right now, because you're on a government property, you won't be able to solicit. You'd have to go over somewhere on a sidewalk. You won't be able to do it on your property.
What's your name?
Officer Morris.
Officer Morris?
Morris, yes.
Okay, my name is Jeff.
Morris.
Like I explained to the other officer, what's his name?
That's Jackson.
Jackson. Officer Jackson, Officer Morris. I'm engaged in constitution protected activity. on a traditional public forum. And if you guys trespass me or make me leave, you'll be held liable. And you won't.
Well, so I don't know if you're begging for money because you're putting on there that you're homeless. So, and that's usually what the
even if I was homeless and I was
you still can't
free,
beg on
free
these
speech.
public. That's not the point. If you're soliciting out here to get money because you're homeless, then you would have to go to the sidewalk.
Soliciting, I am soliciting as free speech.
No. Soliciting is different. When you're out here
No, it's
begging
not.
for money, yes, it is. It's something different.
Are you disagreeing with the courts about that? I'm not trying.
What I'm telling you is, I know you want an argument. That's what you're here. Your goal is.
I'm not.
Listen to what I'm saying. You cannot be on government property, and this is state government, begging for money. You can go to a sidewalk because a judge, granted, you can stand on a sidewalk and beg because that is public property, and you can do that there.
I disagree with you, and you're incorrect. And
well,
your
no,
sovereign
no.
immunity won't protect you from this. Your qualified immunity won't protect you from this.
That's what I'm explaining. You're blocking the entrance.
No, I'm not. Have you seen me block the entrance? Have you seen me block the entrance? Have you seen me?
That's what they're saying. The mayor's saying this.
I am standing right here in front of this sign that's already blocking.
You can either go to the sidewalk, sir, if you're out here soliciting for money, or we're going to take you for loitering for the purpose of begging.
Take me for loitering?
Yes.
I'm peacefully assembling. Can you confer with Officer Jackson before you make this decision?
I'm telling you
Because I will
now,
sue you if you
don't
remove me
point
from
your
these.
finger at me. Don't do that.
I will sue
You're
you.
not charging me or
I will
anything
sue
out
you
here.
if
That's
you
fine, sir.
trespass me from
That's
this
fine.
property.
Call your lawyer right now. That's fine.
It's
I'm
not
telling you
fine.
right now, if
It's
they
not
want
fine. I want you to
property-
leave me alone and let me get my. This is the steps of City Hall, and I'm staying here, unless you arrest me.
That's what we're probably going to end up doing it if you don't listen. They're saying you can go and stand on the sidewalk right here on the front, but you're not listening. You don't want to do that.
These are the steps of City Hall.
On the front of the sidewalk, standing with your homeless sign.
I'm gonna stand right here because I have every right to do it. It's free speech and freedom of religion. You're ridiculous.
Okay, thank you.
You're ridiculous. Give me a warning and I'll leave. If not, I'm staying. Good morning, sir. God bless our homeless veterans, and please pray for our homeless vets. Have a blessed day. Did I block him from walking? Do I? Did I say I was a veteran?
I'm asking you because this is God bless the homeless vets, but I'm asking you, are a veteran? Are you a veteran?
I am a veteran, yes.
What branch?
I was in the Army.
Okay, I was too. What is your MLS?
It's none of your business.
Okay, because you probably weren't. I seriously got you were.
Am I required to be a veteran in order to support the veterans and wish them goodwill and ask for prayer for the veterans? Am I required? Ma'am, you're off on the wrong foot. You got your ego. Your ego is getting you in trouble right now. You understand me? Your ego is putting you in. You're taking my finger, pointing at you as a threat. You're an.
Nobody's talking to you right now. Turn around. Nobody's talking.
But you don't tell me what to do. You don't tell me what to do. You're ridiculous. Officer Jackson was a nice guy, but you're a punk. Freedom of speech. God bless freedom of religion. God bless freedom of assembly on public property at the steps of City Hall. God bless our homeless veterans. Please pray for our homeless veterans. I'm about to be arrested because I'm engaged in freedom of speech on this traditional public forum. I'm about to be arrested up here because I'm engaged in free speech on a traditional public forum. Because the female officer is being driven by her ego, not the law. Officer Jackson's a good guy. He's trying to do the right thing, but the female officer is being driven by her ego. Ego enforcement officer, not a law enforcement officer. I am soliciting goodwill and prayers for the homeless veterans. I never said I was asking for money. I haven't been asking for money. And if I was asking for money, it's still free speech. If they trespass me from this property, I will leave. And nobody said that I'm trespassed yet. Nobody said.
They wanted you to go to the sidewalk and you refused because the guard said that you did tell him you were out here asking for money.
I never said that to him.
That's what he's saying.
That's hearsay.
I don't know. They've got cameras and recording. It's got audio too.
You see this camera right here? See my camera right here? It's been recording the whole time. I never asked for money. I never asked for money. I'm soliciting goodwill and compassion for the homeless vets. I'm sorry? Uh-huh. Okay. The steps of City Hall are a traditional public forum. asking. Wow. Wow. Are you doing an investigation or are you just talking? Are you doing an investigation or are you just talking? You're an ego enforcement officer and you're a disgrace. You're a shame. You're a disgrace. You're calling me a disgrace? You're a disgusting person. You're an ego enforcement officer. Try to enforce the law and listen to what I'm telling you and be quiet. Try to enforce the law and try to enforce and uphold your oath to defend the Constitution instead of coming out here and enforcing your ego. You're a disgusting disgrace. This is First Amendment protected activity at the steps of City Hall. It doesn't take a genius to figure it out. It's a traditional public forum and you can't ask me to leave. You don't have the lawful authority to ask me to leave.
They said they asked you to go to the sidewalk and you refused.
They don't have the lawful authority to ask me to leave this public forum. This is a traditional public forum, and I'm engaged in freedom of speech. How many times have I got to tell you that? Leave me alone, go 10-8. Leave me alone and go 10-8 before you make a mistake. You're enforcing your ego. You're dismissed. Officer Jackson, please stay. You're dismissed. You're dismissed. You're incompetent. You're an incompetent disgrace, and you have no business being a law enforcement officer. You're an incompetent disgrace, and you have no business being a law enforcement officer.
Are you threatening? You already did attempt to influence me.
I can't hear what you're saying. What?
You attempted to influence me when you said I'll sue you. It's exactly what you said, and that's a charge.
What are you talking about?
When you said earlier, I will sue you if you make me leave this property. It's exactly what you said. You're trying to influence me not to arrest you. That's called attempted.
I'm trying to get you guys to leave me alone.
Then go away. That's the thing.
Wow.
Go away.
You go away.
No, I'm not going away.
Wow, you're really disgusting. You're a shameful, disgusting person. You ego enforcement officer, you silly little ego enforcement officer, you big dummy. You big dummy. You dumb. You're probably his supervisor, aren't you? He's got more integrity than you do in his little finger. You're a disgusting disgrace. You dumb. You dummy. Shut up, dummy. Yes, sir.
I ask you to leave.
Okay, am I being trespassed?
I'm asking you to leave.
Am I being trespassed?
They'll determine that. I'm asking
Okay.
you to leave.
You're asking me to leave. If I don't leave, what'll happen?
The officer will determine that. I'm
Officer
asking
Jackson,
you to
what?
leave. I'm asking you to leave.
He's asking me to leave. Am I being trespassed?
You're not being banned from the property. You're being told to get off the property due to what you're doing.
Due to what I'm doing, getting free speech. Okay, and if I don't leave the property, what's going to happen?
You'll get charged with criminal trespass.
Okay, I'm out of here. Yes, sir.
You do understand that you are not allowed back on the property. That's what they're wanting now. So
That's what they want. Okay.
all right. Well, I do have to get your information.
For trespass?
Yes.
That's a civil thing, man.
No, it's not.
I've left the property. The crime only occurs if I refuse to leave or if I come back. I have not committed a crime.
Listen to me. You didn't commit a crime, but listen. You just said what I was about to say. If you come back, right?
Right.
You just admitted that. How is some officer or the establishment going to be able to know who you are if they don't have no information?
The only way you can get ID is if there's a crime being committed. You suspect me of committing a
No,
crime.
that's false. I'm now
Well,
conducting an investigation.
I'm going to go ahead and go on my way unless I'm being detained.
Yes, you are being detained. Okay, I'm done playing with you. Okay, you're making
not.
this.
There's
up.
no
You
claim.
are,
I'm
and you just
trying.
spit on me.
I'm trying. I didn't mean to spit on you.
I got
Come
you.
on.
Well, act
Let me
right.
step away, man. Let me step away.
What's your last name?
If I don't give you my last name, I'll be arrested.
Yes.
Gray.
Huh?
Gray. Gray. Jeff Gray.
What's your date of birth?
January 8th, 1970.
70.
Yes.
Phone number.
I'm not giving my phone number.
Address.
That's in St. Augustine.
What?
St. Augustine, Florida.
What?
St. Augustine.
St. Augustine.
Yes, sir. So now you're detaining me to get my driver's license, which is an illegal detainment because you don't suspect me of committing a crime. I complied with the trespass. Goodness gracious, y'all. Am I free to go now?
I just told you why I'm getting your information.
This video is a reminder that ego should never override the Constitution. Exercising your rights is not loitering. Asking for goodwill is not a crime. And being firm doesn't make you disrespectful. Know your rights, stand your ground, and always record, because the line between lawful and unlawful often depends on who's watching. First Amendment auditors, independent journalists, and everyday citizens are being harassed, detained, and threatened just for filming. If that doesn't concern you, it should. If you want to fight back with truth, help grow this movement by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel.